Well, I've had the blessing of getting to know Tony over the last 6-7 years pretty well, and he's been a mentor to me. And I mean that, from the bottom of my heart. I mean, he's been a mentor to me. I lost my dad, 10, 11 years ago. So, I mean, just having a guy like Tony and others, but a guy like Tony speak into my life on a personal level is super, super cool and super unique. As far as the business leadership elements go, I mean, Tony and I and others, Tom Lamphere, who really is the one that brought us together. He's the chaplain for the Vikings. He saw, I think, the opportunity of translating sports ministry with business leadership, and how there's a lot of correlation and translation that business leaders could really take from the world of sports ministry. And I think Tony has recognized that too. And so, he being a young business guy that's yoked kind of in a similar faith, we share our Christian faith. I think that's why Tony and I are doing this together. And as for me personally, I'm just honored and humbled, frankly, because I mean he's the star. I'm just a simple blue collar business guy that from the upper Midwest, just like many of the folks in the audience will be. So I'm super honored and grateful. And I do think, though, that some of the perspectives that I've learned from Tony have rubbed off on me in my businesses. And I think the translation and correlation, around culture, around doing the right thing, not always just following the crowd because everybody says we should, but just trying to bring people together for all the right reasons instead of focus on the wrong reasons. Just that type of stuff is what makes Tony uncommon, and that's I think the heart of what we want to talk about on Friday.
Yeah, you may have just summed it all up right there, but my very next question, if you could sum it up in 15 or so seconds, what's the main message, the main point and the main message of the event?
Well, it's really to, that as Christ followers, we aren't called to do necessarily what's the most popular. We're often called to do what we know is right. And I think God, as we see, is having your identity in Christ and having that be what drives your activities and your actions, where you aren't chasing something from an earthly standpoint. You're chasing something that's bigger than yourself, and that's where the echo effect and the impact and influence of will be felt, where you're surrendering that selfish ambition and really focusing on having your identity be something bigger than yourself. And that's hard to really grasp. But hearing from a guy like Tony, I think everybody will take a lot of things from it, and hopefully be able to have it impact their life.
Perfect. And where can I find just more or somebody who's going to put this together find more information on the Uncommon organization? Or you can just tell me real quickly just in a quick sentence who it helps.
I can send you the link to it if that helps.
Yeah.
For sure. But it's uncommonministry.org. Ministry with a Y, uncommonministry.org. And that really talks about the 501c3 that really just helps us in the world of sports ministry, sports fellowship, and helping with activate business leaders with the messages of advancing the Christian leadership elements, leading like Jesus. And Jesus brought people together. He's the greatest franchisor of the civilizations ever known, right? What do you do well as a business leader? Remove the religious or faith elements. What did Jesus as a leader do really exceptional as just a leader? And I think just those lessons when you start talking the world of business becomes very profound. And so the uncommonministry.org is what we're in town for, to raise money for it.